Hey everybody, this is your directions video for more verb phrases. So the worksheet here is more verb phrases. A form of do is often used as a helping verb in a verb phrase. Do is used 1 to ask questions, 2 with the word not, and 3 for emphasis, okay, to emphasize something or make the point stronger, okay? When a main verb appears with do, it is always in plural form. Examples: do you wear knee pads when you skateboard? That's with the question. I did not wear my knee pads last Saturday. That's when it's used with not, with the word not. When I fell, I did wish I had them on. That's used for emphasis, okay? I did wish, instead of just saying I wish I had them on, I did wish I had them on. Okay, we're just emphasizing the word wish. We're making it stronger, okay? Have you noticed sometimes another word will come between a helping verb and a main verb? Take a look here. The dog did not mind the rain and mud. The word that comes in between the helping verb did and the main verb the main verb mind is the word not. Okay? That word right here is like an interrupting word that interrupts this verb phrase. Okay? I did, however, notice his dirty paws. This is when it's used to emphasize something. Okay? I did notice, that's the emphasis, but we interrupted that verb phrase with the word however. It still makes sense, but your verb phrase is still did notice. Okay? Now the next one is, do you ever allow muddy pets in your house? This is when do is used as a question. We interrupted this verb phrase, do allow, with the words you ever to help with the question. Just like up here, it's interrupted with the word you, but your verb phrase is do where. Okay? All right. In part A, the directions say to underline both the main verb and the helping verb in each verb phrase. So I'm going to annotate these directions, underline both the main verb and the helping verb in each phrase. Then circle any words that come between the main verb and the helping verb. These are directions that you need to annotate because they could be confusing. There's 2 steps here. Underline both the main verb, and I'm even going to write this here, MV for main verb, and the helping verb. I'm going to write HV for helping verb, so I know to underline both. Then I'm going to circle any words that come between the main verb and the helping verb. That's step 2. All right, so step 1, I'm going to start with underline both the main verb and the helping verb in each verb phrase. Okay, I did not expect guests. Okay, I did not expect guests. Okay, so the verb phrase must be did expect. Okay, I as a subject, what did I do? I did not expect. The main verb is expect. The helping verb that we're talking about right now is the word did or do. Okay. HV for helping verb. And that's step 1. Underline both the main verb and the helping verb. I've got the main verb and I've got the helping verb. Now I need to, step 2, circle any words that come between the main verb and the helping verb. Not is the word that comes between the main verb and the helping verb. Okay, let's do the next one. Did I invite you? Okay, our subject here is not disclosed. We're talking to somebody and we're asking them a question. Okay, so our question is asking, did invite. okay? Our helping verb here, as usual, is a form of do. Our main verb, the action taking place, is invite. That's the action happening. That's our main verb. Okay? There is a word that comes in between did, invite, and that is I. Okay? Now let me check. I underlined both the main verb and the helping verb, and I circled the word that came between it. Okay? You guys are going to check the rest of these and complete those. In part B, it says use verb phrases in 3 sentences. Use verb phrases in 3 sentences. Be sure to include a form of the helping verb do along with the main verb. Okay, so I'm using a verb phrase to ask a question. It can be any question that I want. Okay, I'm asking a question just like this sentence. Do, and it can be any sentence, any question I want. So I can use any verb that I want here because all I'm doing is making sure I use the word do. So I think my question is going to be about going outside. Do you like to go outside in the winter? Okay, there's the question that I'm asking. Okay, my main verb is like, because if I were to answer this question, I would say I like. So that's the action happening. That's the helping verb. Sorry, that's the linking verb like, okay? So be sure to include a form of the helping verb do along with the main verb. All right, let's check if I did that. I use the word do, okay? You could also say did, all right? Do or did is a form that you can do, okay? Do is present tense, past tense is did, okay? Today I do, yesterday I did, okay? Tomorrow I will do. All right. So again, you can make it past tense or present tense by using do for present or did for past. You just need to make sure that you use the word do as the helping verb. That's our helping verb, just to make sure that you guys know. And this is our main verb, like. You can use any main verb you want. Maybe you want to use the main verb ski. Like, do you go skiing or do you ski on the weekends? Maybe you want to use the word go. Do you go to your grandmother's house? Or did you go to your grandmother's house? In part 2, you're using it with the word not. So come up here and look at the example. I did not wear my knee pads last Saturday. Maybe yours is going to be, I do not like to eat pickled herring. Or I do not appreciate people making fun of me. Or I did not do the laundry last night. Those are some examples. You need to make sure that you have a main verb and use your helping verb do. Okay? And again, it can be in past tense with did or present tense with do. Now, you need to check for emphasis and write a sentence using to add emphasis. Okay? So look up here. When I fell, I did wish I had them on. Or I did, however, notice his dirty paws. You can do any of those. Okay? So if we're adding emphasis, I do believe we all have our own benefits. Okay? I do believe we all have our own attributes. All right? That is one example. Okay. In the next one, the helping verbs will and shall are used with a main verb to form the future tense. We already talked about that before, okay? We always need will or shall to show future tense. Examples: all of that awful noise will stop soon. Or, shall I pour you a glass of iced tea? Okay, That is indicating it will happen in the future. It will stop soon. It's not yet. Right now it's going, but in the future it will stop. Shall I pour you a glass of iced tea? It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen in the future if you tell me yes. Okay? The helping verbs can, could, may, might, must, should, and would are also used in verb phrases. Okay? Examples: the workers must finish the house by December. The family can move in before the holidays. Okay? Our main verb in the first one is finished. Must is our helping verb. That's an H. In this one, our main verb is move, and can is our helping verb because it helps this. All right, in part C, we need to underline both parts of the verb phrase in each sentence. The first one says, the painters will arrive tomorrow. Okay, it says in our directions that we need to underline both parts of the verb phrase. So I'm looking for the helping verb and I'm looking for the main verb. The painters is our subject. What will the painters do? They will arrive. You need to make sure that you underline both parts, not just one. You need to underline the helping verb and you need to underline the main verb. Okay? Complete that with the rest of these. It says they will probably paint the outside walls tan. Okay. In this one, just like in some of our examples before, sometimes there is a word that interrupts the phrase. Check this one out. They will probably paint the outside walls tan. Okay? Our subject is they. That's who's doing the action. What are they going to do? Well, they're going to paint. That's our main verb. Our helping verb here is will. So even though the word probably is between them, our helping verb is still will, and our main verb is still paint. They will paint. Probably is just interrupting that verb phrase. It does not tell you that you need to circle your interrupting word. I'm just doing that to emphasize here with you that there might be some of these in here that you have to underline your helping verb and your main verb independently from each other instead of because they won't be right next to each other. There might be a word in between them. Okay? All right. Look up here and keep an eye here because all of these can also be helping verbs. So if you see one of these words, can, could, may, might, must, should, or would, in addition to the ones that we've already talked about, like did, or do, or will, for example, then you need to pay attention to those as well. In part D, it says fill in the chart after you read the sentences. The first one was done for you. Number 1, someday you will probably hear about a volunteer group called Habitat for Humanity. Okay? We need to find the main verb and the helping verb in this. Okay? Our subject here is you. What will you do? Well, you will hear. Our main verb is here. And our helping verb is will. So we need to fill in that chart right here. Will is our helping verb. Here is our main verb. And number 2, these volunteers will build more houses for needy families this year. Okay. Our subject in this sentence is volunteers. What will the volunteers do? Well, they will build. Will is our helping verb. Build is our main verb. The next one, they might travel to all parts of the United States. Okay. Our subject here is they. What will they do? And then take a look to see if one of those is located in this sentence, because that would be our helping verb. All right, guys. If you have questions, please join me between 2 and 2:45.